Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I was Won-Jin.
This...
Oh, no, not I was. I am Won-Jin.
Yeah, Won-Jin.
Yeah,
you still
like,
are.
Yeah, that's like saying goodbye here.
You still is. What the fuck? But anyway, today we're going to just talk about random stuff. And we just happen to put the title as What Animal We Should Prevent from Extinction. Because we're going to talk a little Free Willy. We're going to talk a little shit. We're going to talk a little crap. We're also going to talk about a little chocolate cake. So that's what it's about. But we're going to start off with like, hey, ZZ, big shout out to ZZ. What's up? You know, we compare human beings to animals a lot, you know, by their behavior. Goes to show how long we've been with these animals, right?
Yeah.
Animals prevents bees from extinction. Prevent bees. Oh, that reminds me of a Black Mirror episode. Remember, I think it was season 3. The last episode, there are these like since bee went to extinction, the scientists.
It also reminds me of X-Files because X-Files, the movie that involved those bees. Remember?
We have a weird fascination with
Thank
animals.
you guys. Sorry so much for talking about Free Willy. You have no idea how much I love the Free Willy franchise. It's one of my favorite movies from my childhood. It still is to this day.
No, Scott, I gotta say, you got a heart of gold, man. Like, Won-Jin, what did you think about Free Willy?
You know, it's literally been 30 years since I watched the movie the last time.
Yeah.
And it was very refreshing to remind myself of those like scenes I remember as a child. I'm like, oh my god, that's right, this happened. And it also was kind of shocking to see that I did not realize that Free Willy in the movie was not like an actual killer whale. I mean, there are scenes where there's like a real killer whale, but it's like a prop. But as a child, I did not see that. I thought like throughout the entire movie, I thought it was like a real killer whale, and I never once thought to myself like, isn't that animal abuse? Because I was so young, I had no idea about that. But now, as I was watching it, I'm like, huh, how did they get that cooperation from the killer whale to film this sequence? And then I look carefully, and then I realize, oh my god, that's not a real killer whale.
You know, the scientific name is orca.
Yeah.
And, you know, in real life, orcas are like real dangerous, you know that? Save the southern resident killer whale in the Pacific Northwest because they're at risk of extinction from pollution. The population they were nearly wiped out because of the capture era. Yeah. I empathize with a lot with the whale when I watched it as a kid. I felt like it wasn't fair. Yeah, ZZ. I mean, listen though, but I gotta be honest. I know I'm getting old because the Free Willy, the first movie, it can just be done in 15 minutes. Just like, because the movie when it came out and our like social consciousness around animal. Remember in Korea we just passed a law that prevents us from eating dogs. Has changed so much.
Yeah.
Like the Free Willy movie wouldn't even happen like today. I think like one phone call, and like there's gonna be protests above like the you free him, and then like you're got authority figures like inspecting the whole place, whether it's orca friendly.
And then they hold like a press conference. It is unacceptable.
Yeah.
The conditions that these orcas are in.
Yeah.
And we strongly condemn the zoo and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, PETA would be on fire, and Greenpeace.
Yeah.
The real orca in Free Willy, his name is Keiko. He was captured in Iceland in 1979. It was in Free Willy, and he was taken to Oregon and released back into Iceland. And then he did adapt and play with other whales. Ah, okay, so he actually got freed, just like in Free Willy.
No, but like, remember in Free Willy, if Willy could talk, they put a microchip and he can speak human. I bet he's going to talk like a jail talk.
I swear. I was thinking the exact same thing because I did not also I kind of overlooked this part as a child, but there's a scene where Willie's supposed to do his first trick in front of like this big audience, and these kids like underground, they're banging on the aquarium glass, and Willie is kind of like getting annoyed and he's getting stressed from this. I could hear him talk. I would cut that shit out if I were you.
No, not just
Yeah,
that.
I could hear him say that.
No, it'll be like
Shut the fuck up
No, it'll
before
be
I
like
eat you.
No, it'll be like a Cockney. I dare you to come in here. I dare you to come in here, bitch. I dare you to come in here.
Yeah.
You see this
You're
fins?
gangster when you're behind that glass.
No, you see these fins? These fins don't fuck around. Come and play with Willie.
You see this
know?
scar here?
Yeah.
You know how you want to know how I got this?
Yeah. My father was Billy. My mother was Willie. And I'm Willie and Billy, bitch. You know, there are killer whales in Carrey. Yeah, we saw Okja. We did. There are a lot of movies that show human cruelty towards animals to raise awareness. You guys wouldn't have the guts to watch them because they're worse than any horror movies.
I mean, I've seen like documentaries on chicken farms. That's bizarre. Like when you see it, it's brutal. You know how when they hatch from eggs, and when these chicks are male, they just throw it in the grinder.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
They save the females, right? Because they lay eggs. And
yeah, and I think they feed them to the chickens.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just bizarre.
You know,
which reminds me, I think I should watch that that clay animation movie again. The one called the Chicken Run. Have you seen that one?
of course I have.
Yeah, I think I should watch that again because I remember as a child it had very strong like 1980 like Animal Farm and 1984 vibes, like totalitarian thing.
Yeah, Scott Walker, how do I tell you guys this right now? There's never been a documented case of wild orchards attack a human in the wild. Don't they consider it as food item? That's why they don't attack humans. No, I mean there were killer whales in Korea.
You know, my theory is this, Scott Walker. That's a very good point. But I think they don't attack humans because they're intelligent. They know that we can like seriously harm them or kill them at will. And because they're intelligent, I'm thinking like in their world, this knowledge is being passed down.
I mean, it's not just the killer whales though. That's a good one. Because I read a paper. I read a published paper a few years ago in Africa. Like the biologists, they say there's this thing called aura of fear. So conventionally, when an apex predator like a lion walks by, it has been documented and monitored that the other animals feel a certain tension. They're more agitated. They're more aware of their surrounding. Like, because lions roar and they have scent, and these things
they
are all
just shit their pants.
Yeah, but
Although they don't wear pants.
But one thing recently has changed is that's funny. when a human being passed by, it also has the same effect to the animals. They're saying so. Humans also cause even lions to be aware and anxious about what that could do. So they are fully aware, I think, not fully, but they have an idea that we can cause them harm and we are dangerous. And that is interesting. Because that's so interesting because some animals don't fear us at all.
Yeah.
Like,
And maybe that's exactly why. The lions would probably realize that we're not really fearing them. Maybe that's giving them the fear.
What? Can you elaborate?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
You said this aura of fear. Maybe that originates from the fact that humans, like civilized in civilization, humans don't really fear lions.
Oh, okay.
And they can kind of sense it. Why aren't they scared of us? Holy shit! What the fuck can he do? Maybe that's it.
I thought that could be a possibility, but I think they freak out about cars and stuff and rifles, because it's not really an animal thing to do. Like if we shoot rifle in the air, I think they'll just be shocked. Like,
oh my god, is that Zeus? Was that a lightning bolt? Because that sounded just like thunder and lightning.
well, you're implying that they understand
Greek
God.
mythology.
Yeah, not just that, but the existence of God. There's so many questions. They have the instinct of fear. Crocodiles don't give a shit. Also, snakes.
I swear, they don't give a shit because they're dumb.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Because they're less intelligent.
Do you think reptiles are less intelligent than mammals in general?
Because, I mean, you can straight see that from sharks and orcas. Sharks, I mean, yes, they are deadly, but in front of orcas, they're just like a luxury snack. They'll just pull out their liver and enjoy it.
I do think mammals get an unfair fear treatment. I think you're right, but I also think their fear comes from, you know how when we look at a mannequin, we're kind of scared of it. because it looks like us, but it's different. So I think the mammals, when they see us, they do realize that we are something similar, but yet different. The problem with reptiles is our biology is just so different that I just think they either recognize as food or non-food. Because mammals, I think. What's up? Why are you so happy?
I was reading Scott Walker's comment.
Yeah.
Back in the early days, like the 50s and 60s, killer whales were shot at by fishermen because killer whales were considered an enemy. I just don't think it was fair on the whale. They have to eat as well. But what was going through my mind is like, yes, it's true that they have to eat as well. But if they're trying to eat me, I mean, I will shoot them.
And if you look at like a 20th century literature about how we see animals, do you know what's funny? Like we're extremely hostile to animals too. Like the first observation of gorilla is like these demon incarnates jumping at us. And now that we have the camera technology to see, we now know that they're just reacting like safety. Fuck off. What the fuck? When we're like these horrifying jumping at us. Like Godzilla, King Kong.
I've been having this thought a lot. You see how people eat only innocent animals mostly? Like worldwide, the most consumed are chickens, pigs, and cows. I would agree more with people eating bad animals like other predators instead of innocent ones. That's true, but there's a contradiction there. Because the so-called bad animals, the predators, they don't really taste good, and they're not as tender because they're predators and they're very muscular by nature. So it's kind of sad, but innocent animals.
No, but how do you define innocent animal though? I don't.
Oh, that's true, because
how do you define innocent?
Chickens are a mass murderer in the eyes of insects.
Yeah.
And worms.
To grasses. Do you know that plants adapt to like herbivores eating them? So like the plants intentionally like make themselves poisonous. Like poison has a wide range. Some poisons are just harmful, some poisons can kill you. Like if a goat is eating you, that plant, the next generation grows like tastes and chemicals so that the goat will find you unappealing. Or the very reason why plants have thorns is because of herbivores. But goats like fuck that. Like the camels are the worst. Is that a spark? And the cactus is going, don't eat me. And
I got these sharp thorns to protect myself from you.
Yeah, but camels like, son, I burst you so that your mouth and tongue gets thicker. Thank you, Dad. And then they keep competing to eat the cactus. So yeah, Joe, we are a hostile species towards anybody that looks different. Remember the human zoo. Cows don't have teeth in front, guys. They're literally defenseless. No, but like I think this is my view, Zezzy. Like innocent or bad, these are like moral concepts, right? I think we just chose animals that are convenient for us to raise.
I absolutely love killer whales, and I want to be afraid to swim because I know they wanted me no harm. How do you prove those who grew up in the days thinking killer whales would attack you?
No, but like killer whales, from what I've seen in documentaries, are curious by nature, like human beings. But I think out of 100 killer whale, you might find one that is more curious than others. But you know how like when you're an adult and you grow up with siblings, right? Like a teenager, I think is more likely to hurt a baby, like because they don't know any better to how to handle a baby, So I think when we meet a killer whale in the wild, a very curious one, like, because I saw somewhere where sharks bite us because that's how they communicate. So, but for us, like, it's a kiss on the cheeks, but what the fuck? Yeah. I mean, they were just trying to. It's like a giant. Like
or it's like a gorilla trying to like greet us and rip our arm out.
Yeah, give me a hug, like bone cracking. Yeah, I absolutely love killer whales, and I want to be. No, but. It'll be so funny because remember Scott Walker? We talked about this last time. T-Rex is born And it's like a baby T-Rex that dips in, like, I want to say hello to daddy. I recognize you. And it's like this chicken pecking and biting his head off.
Oh.
Yeah, I killed daddy. That could happen, yeah.
And I agree, killer whales are fascinating. I also love like watching documentaries on them. I think on YouTube there's like a BBC documentary on orcas hunting like a seal, and it shows us how intelligent they are. They work in groups as a team, and they coordinate their movements to shatter this big sheet of ice that the seal is resting on, because the seal thinks he's safe because he's in the middle of
I've
the
seen
ice.
this one.
Yeah. And the orcas, they orchestrate their movements and create this shock wave to shatter the ice, and then they move in closer, and basically they like take these very meticulous steps to kill that seal and prevent themselves from being hurt. I thought that was very, very smart. And the documentary also told us that there are only few killer whales who are capable of hunting that way. I think they said like there are only like about 100 killer whales who can hunt it. I mean,
Hey, you know what that is, Won-Jin?
use this tactic.
I like that topic. I think any animal that is a predator and travel long distances is intelligent. Because those things require a lot of pre-planning, knowledge, and strategy, and memory.
And yeah, it's
big memory
spatial
blank.
memory.
Yeah, because killer whales, they travel long distances, but to organize a hunt in a group, let's add group too. Because I didn't add group intentionally because there are some predators that act alone, like tiger, who are intelligent enough without group. But I think those are the requirements. Yeah, do you think that if animal farming would stop the world hunger, would stop as well?
No. Because I think we already have more than enough food. The problem is distribution. I mean, people are starving not because there's not enough food. It's happening because it's not being distributed properly. That's what I think.
But I think like the concept of like human beings sharing food, like even you saying that we have to share to the entire species is unique to human beings though. Like I don't think other animals think in terms of our entire species. Like, why are you smiling? What's up?
Yeah, I was just thinking about other animals like sharing. They're like, fuck that. Give me your shit.
No, but mammals share, man, by nature. I want to swim with Scott Walker. I want to swim with killer whales in the wild. Proof that they're not afraid, and show people they will not attack you unless you give them a good reason. They won't attack you no reason. Many years ago in Australia, there were killer whales that help human hunt whales in New South Wales. There's a wild card all the time, and he's the most famous whale. But wow, that is a smart killer whale, because they cultivate large amount of grains to feed animals that people pay to eat. So basically, they reduce the amount of cheap food to produce expensive only for those that afford it. I mean, that's a very difficult question to answer. I mean, the whole like it has to do with our dietary need too, right? Like what source of food is really good for us. What do you guys think about my knowledge and appreciation? Are you like a whale trainer, man? Like Won-Jin was talking about it. You should work like very closely with animals. I mean, if you love animals that much, you should like consider becoming a biologist. Like social biology is so huge these days, and we have great technology. Drone, like our observation of animals today is unprecedented. And
Scott Walker, you talking about swimming with killer whales to prove people that they won't attack you for no reason, I think could be very dangerous and could go wrong very quickly, because it reminds me of what happened to the crocodile Dundee. Remember, he was like fishing. Not fishing. He was swimming with the stingray. He had been doing that for decades, and one day, just one bad day, it just impales his chest, and he just dies.
That was so sad.
Yeah. So, yes, probably most killer whales won't attack people for no reason. Until they do. Yeah, that's what I think. Because that happens with humans too. The more intelligent you are, you have this you have patience and you think about the consequences and everything, but depending on what happens, imagine like if the killer whale that day has just gone through a divorce and his kid is like leaving him with his mother, and then he had this fight with his new girlfriend.
No, but
and then he has a skin rash, and he's just having like a terrible day, and this human comes along and tries to be my best friend, and he thinks it's so phony, he might attack him.
No, but there was a famous incident, remember? I don't know whether that incident was before Free Willy or after. There was a killer whale who drowned a female trainer.
Wow.
And
scary.
Before the killer whale drowned her, during her drowning, when they found her corpse, like her like scalp was like the autopsy report is published online, by the way. Like she was totally devastated, and that's one of those things that sparked the conversation of feeling killer whale. Joe, if you say you need protein from beef to survive, I will die. Why would you die? Don't die, ZZ.
You are from the country of tofu. The protein grows in bushes, basically.
Yeah, I completely agree. I agree completely. Scott Walker, because I watch so many killer whale documentaries, because I have studied whales for a long time, that's where I get my knowledge on these whales. Like I said, I never has been a documented case of wild occur. No, oh, in the wild. Yeah, I mean.
But then we also need to think about the fact that like how many times do we swim around wild orcas?
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same. I think our proximity to land animals just gives us a higher chance of being attacked by land animals. We're based on land.
I think if we like jump in the middle of like a pod of orcas, especially like near mothers with her baby, I think there's a very high chance that we might be attacked. But we never know.
No, but that's a good question, Won-Jin. Like any animal, look at how suspicious we human beings are of each other. When we meet a stranger, we have all these like social gestures that I think is rooted on animal behavior, for us to shake hands, check each other out, see whether this guy or this gal or this person is a good person. The animals, you know, even among interspecies, they're very suspicious of each other. They're like, unless they've been herding around together for a long time. And so I think that's a huge hint. I think we as a species, remember, I think our primary focus is survival. And in the wild, we don't know who we're going to meet. Whether it's a friend or a predator or a prey. And I think trust behavior, like any I think mammals that are social, it's in their advantage to like get to know each other. So that's why they get to know each other and collaborate, and share information.
ZZ, I'm curious. What is the animal with the largest amount of kills, including human species? I think it's very likely that it's humans, because I think we kill like more than a billion chickens every year. But if we take that out of account, I'm thinking maybe it'll be an animal like the blue whale, killing all those like shrimps and planktons.
Don't you think it's gonna be ants? Like
ants, but it's got to do with kills.
Animals
imagine how many like those krill shrimps that a blue whale devours with that one gulp.
So it's like a unit based thing.
Yeah, and plankton and everything. Yeah.
Oh man, I feel
he's like basically Thanos, like with every gulp. It's like, and then just billions perished.
That's true. Oh man, so we gotta think about. Don't you think it's rats then? Rats. I think rats are gonna like kill. Like I think it's gonna be cats. Because cats, we domesticated cats, right? But like once they're out the door, out the window, we have no idea what's been up to. But I think it's gonna be killing squirrels and rats, and remember how they used to keep like cats on ships to kill the rats? I think domesticated cats might secretly have the highest fatality rate. Like they're like, let's say you have a cat, Won-Jin, right? They're like, bye bye, master. And then as soon as you get now this bitch is mine. Everybody needs to bow to my paw. And it jumps out and kill every pigeon it can find. I think it's gonna be domesticated cats. Yeah.
Well, there's some whales that only eat fish, and there's some out there that attack other whales, seals, dugongs, sharks. In Alaska, there's been cases of killer whales attacking moose. Wow. I believe when I die, I'm going to come back as a killer whale. I believe in reincarnation, and I want to come out as a killer whale, jet black wild stallion, running free with my herd. Okay, just
No, but Scott, what?
I mean, if you do, just be sure to stay away from Japan because they hunt whales.
Not just that, but I hope you get born from a high-ranking female, like, because I think they're matriarchal and they have rank. So if your mother is high-ranking, you're gonna have an easy life. The other orca babies are gonna come up and say, "Bitch," and then start like, because animal fucking around, I think, is very true. Look at spotted hyenas.
Like the kind of sound they make, it kind of sound like teasing. It's like, bitch.
Yeah, they definitely play around. What's up, Jackie? Tommy, I'm dying. I got these Japanese harpoons coming at me. Cats are so lazy, they will wait for you to do the job and bring them the kill good ready. Yeah. If I reincarnate, I want to get born as a bear, sleep all winter, and eat all the berries. No, it depends on what bear you are, Zedzi. If you're a polar bear, beware. You're not only are you gonna be, you'd be like, it's like a thug life. My papa left me. My mama was killed by some male who ate her and my brother. I'm gonna survive on my own. And then you got all these like lion seals, right? Lion seals are huge. They're like, oh fuck that white bear. And poor man, get over here. I must survive. And then like it depends on the bear. If it's a panda in a zoo, that's the best life. Did you guys know killer whales stay with their mothers for their whole lives? Not like other ones. He's always stayed with their mothers for 2 years. Killer whales stay with their mother. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure because they're so attached, I'm pretty sure they have like I heard that they already found cases where they have like a funeral.
Yeah. I mean, we call it a funeral, but it's very similar to because elephants do that too.
Yeah, they have that ritual thing, and when they happen to pass by the site where their loved ones died, they kind of pay respect.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
they remember where they died.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen killer whale? Of course.
Yeah.
I've been to ocean parks,
aquariums.
Yeah. Hey, for you guys, I've been this close to literally this close to a lion before. I was in the Philippines. And there was this zoo, and there was this. It was this lion, a white lion that was born and raised in the zoo, and the caretaker just has it out in the open. And you know what's shocking, man? The smell. Lions smell so strong and pungent. Yeah, I mean, it had a chain on, but it was this. Anybody could go next to the lion, take a photograph.
I heard that. Old elephants only die in a specific place where other old elephants died before. It's like an elephant grave. Do me a favor when you guys watch Avatar. Why is the water ending and...
Way of the Water.
Oh, Way of the Water and the Free Willy 2 ending. You see similarities in Jesse Saved by Willie. Tortuga Jake's son gets saved by fire.
Yeah.
That's true. I was watching that scene in the first Free Willy where Jesse accidentally falls into the pool, and then Willie comes up to save him. It reminded me again a lot about Avatar, where that whale saves Jake's son.
No, but Scott Walker, I think Avatar is inspired by Willie the movie because there are a lot of iconic scenes. Because the great thing about the first Free Willy was it was always on cable. It was always on TV, so it was one of those movies that you could have watched any time. Like I think as a kid, I watched it 100 times.
And I heard that Michael Jackson song so many times.
Oh, man.
I'll be there.
But let's go to our main question now. If we could save one animal from extinction, what would it be?
I would save a tiger. Because tigers are so majestic. And so awesome to watch.
I must say,
total be a tiger.
You are short-sighted, brother. We said, if you could save one animal, remember, like other ones are going to disappear. You don't like chicken, man?
Well, I mean, like ZZ said, we have tofu.
That's true. But hey, I was joking around. Like, don't you think we should think of like the pragmatic element to it too?
You know, we've come to a point in technology where we can just basically farm meat from like stem cell stuff kind of thing. So we can basically like grow meat in this tin can. We can make chicken, we can make pork, we can make beef without killing the actual animal.
But don't you think cells are like? That's a good question, actually. Like, so you're saying cells aren't like animals; they're just incomplete things. You think so?
Cell itself, yeah.
But don't you need a baby fetus to make stem cells? I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know. Maybe we.
I
both
think
don't know.
they already figured out a way to engineer.
Oh, just do
the
it?
meat. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And now they're like coming up with variations with the texture and everything to make it closer to real meat.
Oh wow, that just means my question. I mean, our question we propose is very nonsensical. Or we could go for the tiger route. I would save the bees because if they die, we all die. Everything dies.
But bees, aren't they like insects? Do we classify them as animals? Do we? But yeah, if we include insects, then I think it gets a little more complicated.
Yeah, because I think Zezi's talking about species, but we were more me and Won-Jin, we were thinking animals basically. Oh yes, they are animals.
Okay.
So that just widens the whole thing.
Maybe we should just talk about mammals.
Oh, okay. There's Scott Walker. There are so many scenes in Avatar where the water has so many parts in with the Free Willy movies. The boy and his whale bonding, the whaling scene when the whale saved Jake's son from the fire. Yeah. China has a serious problem with pollination, from what I heard, and nowadays there are reasons where there are no more bees and humans do the pollination. Wow.
You know, one thing you have to understand about China and also many other Asian countries, there are these like beliefs that certain insects or like certain things are like really good for men's stamina and stuff, and they like
snake snake soju and stuff.
I mean, we eat like beehives and stuff. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's because of industrialization.
Yo, Scott Walker, what animal would you save from extinction? I think you're gonna say killer whale, but I still gotta ask. Cause Zezi says bees. Won-Jin says tigers.
Whales.
Yeah, whales. You know what I would choose? I would choose dogs.
Responsible with the same task, produces feeling of fear. Okay.
I would go for dogs.
Why?
Because dogs are adorable, man. Why do you think? Yeah, dogs.
But, you know, aren't there other animals that are just as adorable? You know, like alpaca. Have you seen alpaca? They're adorable. I mean, llamas are ugly, but alpacas are the cutest thing ever. No. And sea otters. Oh, my God. Sea otters with, like, their baby. That's
but
like
dogs,
the cutest thing.
Like, here's the thing, Won-Jin. Dogs do what we tell them to do. And we can train them to do what we tell them to do. I don't think any animal ever falls into that category. They might, but it's not as reliable as dogs. You know that, and dogs are. The bear is like let's give you a theory. Like me and a polar bear got to know together, right? And I raised it since as a kid. We're so tight. Hey bear, and then he goes out and shows off the moose it caught. And one day we're sitting down, and I forgot to feed him for 3 days. And the polar bear was like, "Hey Joe, it's been a great ride, but I gotta eat you now. It's gonna start eating me." You know, like that's the thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, then we're gonna need like generations of time to domesticate those polar bears. Like pick out like the most docile ones out of like each generation,
and make them smaller, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
God. Plants don't have
receptors,
so they don't feel. I'd rather say black panthers or black leopards because there are only very few seen in the wild than a few years ago, when there was only one seen in the wild for first time in hunted in Africa. That the brown bears have the same ancestral gene as dogs, from what I heard. I mean, Zezzy, let me answer that question. We all got the same genes. We all got genes. I mean, this was this was a test run, and I'm sorry if we proposed a silly question, but that was just to get talking on Free Willy and stuff. I would rather say the polar bears too, because the ice is melting is in the polar bears. Oh, hey, Won-Jin, let's change the question. Which animal will we kill?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Fuck mosquitoes.
Oh man, there we go.
Fuck you, mosquitoes.
There we go. One shot. One shot. Hey man, I would kill the
Cockroaches too.
I was about to do that. What else? What else? Go for it. This is such a human thing to do.
I think those two. I think just those two.
What about spiders, man?
Yeah, I'm okay with spiders. They kill the mosquitoes.
What about rats?
Rats, I mean, they do their thing. Cats gotta eat.
You know, rats cause the Black Plague, apparently.
Owls gotta eat.
All right. So what about those that eat mosquitoes and cockroaches?
Well, I mean, they can eat other stuff.
Oh, Zizzy said pigeons. Zizzy said, can I include humans? No, you may not. No, you may not. We have to live with ourselves, Zizzy. That's too bad. Yeah, we have the clear thing to do. We have to do what we can. Save the ice instead of the polar bear. But I would actually kill... Oh man, I was about to say something really cynical. Let's kill the lions because we already done enough to them. But maybe that's a little too bad. Hey, I would actually kill like brown bears because they dangerous as fuck.
So I hate that I have fear of bats because I've got chased by about years ago. That's your chance to become Batman. Bruce Wayne moment right there.
Yeah, you gotta survive the cave fall though. Make sure it doesn't hurt that much.
And Scott Walker, have you seen Ace Ventura? If you haven't, you have to see the second one. Chicaca. Yeah. Jim Carrey was scared of bats in that movie.
Hector Salamanca's in that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the first movie.
Oh, I miss him.
Ventura.
I think the first one.
Yes, Satan. Oh, I'm sorry. You sounded like someone else.
Do you like the first one or the second one?
Oh, that's kind of hard. I think it's hard. The first one was legendary, and when the second one came out, I mean, I was thinking, can it really top the first one? Then it actually kind of did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they both have like their own charm.
That was Jim Carrey at his peak, right?
And I think that's the only movie before Dumb and Dumber 2 in the 21st century. That Ace Ventura was the only movie where Jim Carrey did a sequel, because I heard that he hates making sequels. He hates playing the same character again. But Ace Ventura had been the only exception until Dumb and Dumber 2.
Oh man, Zezzy. Okay, not humans in general. Can we include rich people that make money by exploiting kids and other poor people, please? Puppy eyes. Oh man, Zezzy has a making of a Hitler. You know, that's how they all start. When Caesar was crossing the Rubicon, he told his 13 legionnaires, we will only kill the corrupt senators. And fuck that, once he went in. Too late, sack the city. It's like these legionnaires lose their shit. Oh fuck, we've been burning.
What was it? What was that movie with Rob Schneider where he goes to prison?
Fuck, I know that movie too, man.
I forgot. Oh, Big
Kahuna?
No. What was it? Big Ed or Big Stan? That's right, Big Stan. That was the movie. There's a part like where like these inmates, they ask for permission to rape other inmates. And
Oh my god.
And he's basically announcing that there will be no more rapes in prison. And then Bob Sapp, he raises his hands like, what if we rape the rapist? And then Big Stan's like thinking, okay, that's good.
Oh wait, but Won-Jin, I don't think YouTube allows us to say that word anymore. The R word.
Sexually assault.
No, we have to say it S-A and the R word, I think. We're not even allowed to say S-A. We have to call it S-A.
Bend them over and take them to Browntown.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, how about we call it like brownie special?
No.
Yeah, I didn't mean it to.
No, we shouldn't say that because I like brownies.
Okay.
And I don't want to be reminded of the chocolate starfish every time I eat brownies.
Oh my god. I should have brought it up. But let's not let's not use that word. I don't even kill mosquitoes. The rat soil is telling you just before, but it was huge. The guy pulled a huge rat. Ew. Can you please answer my question about the X-Men? Why did they Bigfoot? Because Scott Walker. Like,
I have no idea. Maybe I should watch like every series of X-Files because it's been really long. Maybe they did have an episode on Bigfoot or something similar, because they do deal with a lot of mysteries. Or maybe they thought, Here's a twist. The X-File creators believe in Bigfoot. They're thinking, Bigfoot is real. So why should it be a mystery?
Let me answer that question. For Scott Walker, you too. I love you, but let me tell you something. Did X-File deal with vampires and zombies too? Did they?
Maybe, you know, it's been so long, so I don't remember.
Did they
I
deal?
think we have to like rewatch each episode.
No.
Maybe they did deal.
No, Won-Jin, did they deal with succubus too? Did they deal with Beelzebub? Is like, so what I'm trying to say is like, don't you think it's one of those things where I wouldn't say they're leprechaun level, but it's hard for people to take them seriously. Like there's this cultural aspect to it. Yeah, they didn't have anything from Earth. Yeah, I think Scott. Hey, Scott Walker. I think like if it's like an American Horror Story, like medieval vibe, I think Bigfoot would be a great like villain. Oh, there are werewolf episodes in X-Files. I had no idea about that.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Get some old memories back.
No, but like, hey, but to answer that question, it's not really about the species. I think, depending on how you write it, anything can be horrifying. Like Bigfoot can definitely be horrifying. But,
and you know, humans are scarier.
No, and back to Z's question, I don't think humans should ever have the power to judge other humans. Like, once you do, like, let's kill all the rich and evil people. I bet my bottom dollar, like, let's say there's 1,000. One guy's gonna raise it up, but don't you think this is more evil than killing the kids?
Bourgeoisie elitist dog.
Yeah, and then they're gonna like, wait a minute, how do we determine who's rich? Where's the cut line? And they're all gonna
bourgeoisie.
Yeah, bourgeoisie. Get the guillotine. Kill them all. And they're like, so it's gonna be a hard ride. Hey, but anyways, guys, it's close to 12 p.m. in Korea.
No, yeah, almost midnight.
We did this as a test run.
We spoke for 40 minutes.
So Zenzi and Scott Walker. Hey, big shout out to Scott Walker for leaving a reply on our latest podcast, man. Please do that. If you like our videos, like our podcast, please leave a like and reply. It helps us tremendously. And to please put in the reply section, guys, whether you want us to like do 2 podcasts or up to 3 a week, and one of them we can review a movie or a show, and one of them we can just like do a free talk like this one with random topics.
Yeah. And before we go, Zenzi, do you have fireworks on Lunar Year? No, we don't. We don't have that stuff.
Yeah. This one is the big holiday Luna, like a new year for us. I think the Chinese do it for like 10 days. Japanese do it too, so we're like a little bit in the middle. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. Have a fantastic week. And next week we will be coming up with talking about True Detective season 4, the ending.
And also, I'll probably finish season 1 by then.
And we'll talk about other shows you want us to talk about, any topics you want.
Oh, and there's this new movie out called Argyle.
Yeah.
So it's directed by Matthew Vaughn. Maybe it's worth watching.
Yeah. Me and Won-Jin will touch base around like midweek, so that and we started our community post. So if we do decide on a show or TV that we do want to talk about and we didn't give you a heads up, we'll post it on the community service. And if you have any random topics you want us to talk about, we'll talk about it too.
Oh, Ichanong, thank you for tuning in.
Big shout out to Ichan Hong. Thanks for streaming that. We love you, Zezzy. Scott Walker, when you guys get the chance, can you talk about Bigfoot movies?
Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah.
Bigfoot film. Okay, I'm not
All right,
really
Scott
familiar
Walker.
with the Bigfoot movies. Let me check them out.
But thank you. Big shout out to Scott Walker. We definitely will in the wrong length. Hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I was Joe.
I was Won-Jin.
See you next time. Bye.
Happy New Year.
You know, in Athens, they had this Congress where they had to decide the fate of this one foreigner, right? And there were 3,000 people who voted to kill him. And then the very next day, the 3,000 people voted to spare him. And then the very next day, they voted to kill him again. This is a true story.
Out of respect for the dead.
Democracy at its finest. I feel sorry for the guy, like the guy in the trial. That would have been terrifying.
That would be evil.
Am I dying or not? What the fuck?
And then all 3,000 just burst out laughing. Of course you're gonna die, bitch.
We were just fucking with you.
His face, yo. Did you see his face?
You're not Athenian, bitch. Throw him in the rock.